Back in May 2004, the Bush administration launched an international aid program called the Millennium Challenge Account, which forms partnerships with the developing countries committed to good governance, economic freedom, and investing in their citizens. Most of those partnerships are with African nations. My colleague Paul Sisco has more on the story.
Development is helping nations to actually develop, moving from poverty to prosperity. And we need more than just aid to unleash that change. Instead of just managing poverty, we have to offer nations and peoples a path out of poverty. But the purpose of development, what's needed most right now, is creating the conditions where assistance is no longer needed. So we will seek partners who want to build their own capacity to provide for their people. We will seek development that is sustainable.
That was 2010, but it remains an essential component of America's engagement with the African continent.
And building in part on the lessons of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, which has helped build rural roads and raise the incomes of its people, we will invest in the capacity of countries that are proving their commitment to development.
After the first United Nations Millennium Development Summit in 2000, 8 development goals and targets were agreed to by all its member states. The lofty goals are aimed at eliminating poverty. They include cutting extreme poverty in half, providing universal primary education, gender equality, reducing child mortality, greatly improving maternal health, defeating HIV, AIDS, and other diseases, and building global environmental sustainability, all by 2015. The Millennium Challenge Corporation was created by the U.S. Congress in 2004. It funds projects with partner countries, most are in Africa, aimed at eradicating poverty and stimulating lasting, emphasis on lasting, economic progress. To receive assistance, the partner country must be committed to good governance, economic freedom, and investment in their own citizens. The country itself identifies, implements, and administers the funded project and is required to do so independently and with transparency. In other words, do things right, and the Millennium Challenge Corporation will assist with some of the more than $8 billion it receives from the American taxpayer for foreign assistance. It's intended to improve lives. With MCC assistance, more than 250,000 farmers have received advanced training. More than 82,000 hectares of land made more productive. Nearly 5,000 kilometers of roads have been designed and are constructed or will be soon. Water supply and sanitation has been greatly improved in areas once without clean water. More children have access to education than ever before. Healthcare facilities and entire villages have improved. Progress is being made with enterprise development, land rights issues, and anti-corruption initiatives. As the 2015 deadline approaches for meeting the United Nations Millennium Development Goals, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon says success is within reach.
This bold experiment has helped to catalyze one of the greatest surges in human well-being that the world has ever seen. Poverty has plummeted, health has begun to improve, and literacy has soared.
He added, many targets are yet to be met. 19 of sub-Saharan Africa's 45 countries are only partially on track to reduce extreme poverty by half. Despite economic growth rising to about 6% in the region, sub-Saharan Africa is the only major part of the world projected to miss most of its Millennium Development targets. Paul Sisco, VOA News.